Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Let me just tap my face a little bit. Got it. How's everyone doing today? Good morning. Hi, Arthur. How are you? Yes, how are you? Hi, Beyond Bless. Hi, Kelly Arbor. Hello, Veronica. Hi, YouTube. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Sabrina. Teresa, I love your new picture. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Slim. Hi, Divine Sam. Good morning. Did everyone see the full moon last night? Good morning, Miss Rossi. Miss Rossi says hello to the chat. Good morning. Hi, Autumn Sky. Hi, Built for Tough. You know that's my favorite name. Not too many people are built for tough, but I get it. How's everyone doing? So, I have something I'm going to tell you guys, and I'm going to talk about it because it is a part of my Caribbean life, right? Let me pick these boobs up a little. These little babies are starting to sag. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't have boobs. How do you sag when you don't have boobs? Oh my God. Oh my goodness. All right, listen to me. So, many people know the history of my sister, and many people don't. All right? My channel is named after my sister. My channel is called My Sister Tony, and developed in September 2011, I think, right? So she must have been here 10 years already. And my sister is everything to me. Like everything. Like everything. Like, don't get it twisted. All right? My sister and I, my special needs sister and I, yeah, I see the iguanas. Ugh. The Geico came in my house. My special sister and I are like this. We are like two thick thieves in a pod. We are identical personalities. The difference is she was diagnosed. That's the only difference. So don't get it twisted when you come for my sister. It's my sister. Okay. So some of you guys know that she has been in and out of nursing homes, in and out of psych wards, and my ass was there every time. You understand me? Every time. I follow her wherever they send her. She's a problem child. And I know it. But I don't let nobody abuse the problem child. Because I know why she's a problem child. Now that I've been dealing with her, she's less and less special needs to me. I think she's slow. Very slow. But there is no such thing as an education for the mentally challenged. The only option that they thought was okay was putting her in an institution. And that's where the special needs went, to an institution. And if you don't know what these institutions are, look it up. Look up Geraldo Rivera Institution, and you will see the conditions that these special needs people went in. Now, when my sister went, my mother avoided the institution for as long as she could. I was there, and I have to say, they tried. But what they did, what no one understood at the time was that it was about education. But it was about slow education, meaning don't push her to be with other 13-year-olds. Push her to be with 5-year-olds. right? To this day, you give her a doll and she is lit up. Oh my goodness, I got a doll baby. And we're like, you're 65. So we've since have taught her not to digress to doll babies. We always like, you're a woman now. You don't need doll babies. This is what we say to her. And it really has worked. Like over the, so again, so as they grow up, then their age too grows up. But you have to have patience with what that looks like. And if you don't know the special needs education, right? Because most of y'all came in where there was special needs in the school. That's not how I was raised. I was not raised with handicapped kids. I was not raised with disabled kids. None of that. And so the education wasn't there to even be sensitive to this group, right? Nothing's more debilitating than going to visit your sister, which my parents did every single weekend. They took 100-mile trek to New York State, 100 miles every single weekend. And my mother said, the reason why I'm doing it is because I don't want her to forget her culture. I don't want her to forget her food. I don't want her to forget us. And every weekend, we got in that station wagon. This is how I'm aging myself. And we all, as a family, we trekked up there. Now, what I didn't understand as a family, when your parents make you do something instead of leaving you home, right? Possibly to get into trouble. But when they make you participate in the care of your special needs sister, not making you do anything. My mom just said, everybody in the car. And once we got up there, we just played and had fun and played. We didn't notice that it was a beast of burden, particularly on our parents. But I do remember leaving the place every single time. And the screaming that would come out of my sister when she was separated from us it was a scream in a horror house. And every single time. She was in this institution called Wasaic State, right? And it was for special needs. It is now for the mentally insane or the criminally insane. Whatever it's there for, it should be demolished. It just should be demolished. And the way we left the institution, you could hear Tony scream the whole time. And the silence in the car was deafening. And traumatizing. And this went on for years until my parents separated, and my mom never stopped going up to see her. And at some point, my dad had convinced the institution, now she's in a group home, to bring her down for 2 weeks at a time, something like that. But they never stopped, they never forgot about my sister. Let's do it that way. Lo and behold, they're both passed on, and the kids have to take care of. But I never had to take care of my sister, ever. I just wasn't in the lineup to take care of her. Do you understand? I was the youngest, so what was I supposed to do? I have a younger brother. What was he supposed to do? Even though we're all adults, it just wasn't in the lineup for us to do this. But my oldest sister automatically took on the responsibility. And I never questioned Tony. I never questioned my sister. I don't think I even visited my sister because my oldest sister had her. And then one day I get a phone call. My aunt calls me. My Aunt Normie calls me, and my Aunt Normie says, Tony's looking for you. And I was like, what? Tony's looking for me? Now I'm in California. And she gave me the number to call. and I stayed real quiet. I had already begun my psychic world. And I stayed real quiet, and I talked to Spirit, and I said, God, what's going on? Because I knew she had been in a hospital. She was calling me from a hospital. And I said, God, what's going on? And the message that I got was, she's okay. All right, so if she's okay, let me track this girl down. Well, it turns out I was tracking down a payphone, so nobody was picking up right away. And when you're on a psych ward, you only have the payphone to communicate from. When they finally picked up, I was like, hey, I'm looking for Tanya Brown. They get on the phone, and I said, hey, what's going on? Now remember, this might even be the first time I've ever spoken to her since my parents died. And I don't know how many years that is, right? And I said, hey, what's going on? And I said, where are you? She goes, I'm in a hospital. And I said, okay. I said, it sounds like it's a psych ward. And she goes, yeah. And I said, are you okay? She goes, listen, I come stay with you. And I said, are you kidding me? Now remember, I don't have responsibility for this woman. And now her request is to come live with me. And I said, are you kidding me? I said, Tony, you don't even know where I live. Meaning I wasn't in New York like my sister. And she goes, I come be with you, or something like that. I said, you don't even know where I live. And she was like, it was more like I come be with you. Like it didn't matter where you lived. So I didn't know that she called my sister was called Sister in New York, and I was called Sister in California, but I didn't know that. I called to the house, the group home that she's living in, and I said, what's going on? And oh, they complained about my sister. Oh, Tony this, and Tony that, and Tony this. And I was like, you people are rude. Do you realize that I'm family? Do you realize you're talking about my sister to me? You people are rude. You need to find a better way to talk to me. Well, from there, we had meetings, this, that, and the third. I had to go visit Tony several times to make sure she was physically okay once she got out of the hospital. There were times when she would jump out of a bus and run into a highway, and they're telling me this, but they're blaming my sister. And I said, how does she get that far to even get to the doorknob of the van, to run out, to go on a highway, unless you all were trying and hoping something would happen to her? And then it's not your fault, right? Wouldn't be your fault because she grabbed the doorknob. How did she get that far to even be able to grab the doorknob? And there's adults in the van. In any case, I realized something's wrong here. I don't know what's wrong, but psychically, my God and my Jesus was like, you got to get her up out of there. So I have these meetings with these people, executives in New York State, and now they're pushing back, right? Tony's a problem for you, right? Give me my sister. Now they're like, no. One woman even told me, we own her. You have no idea what I've gone through with my sister. And when somebody says they own, I don't know what part of slavery I went back to. But let me tell you something. That was the last time somebody used a phrasing like that on my sister. So I contacted the cops. I told them they were abusing my sister. That she doesn't have this, that, and the third. I don't even know what I said anymore. I might have added a few things. Now they have the cops on their ass. I call Child Protective Services. I repeat the same thing I tell the cops. Now I've got them upset with me, which is exactly what I wanted. Off my sister and on me. I can handle you. You own her? Let's see what that looks like for you. You want her that badly? Because my sister's category, elder abuse, thank you. My sister's category is a high-ranking category. So I didn't know this at the time, but I know it now. If you don't educate, that makes them more disabled, and there's a number system. So the more disabled or crippled or inability to talk or yada yada, like the less human they are, the more money that's attached to the body. Now I gotta get her the hell up out of here. So I go to visit, I come back to California, and I trust spirit. And I'm telling you this story because you have to learn to trust spirit in the most awful of situations. I come back and I call Sacramento, which is our state capital. And I say, I'm having a problem. And I'm trying to relocate my sister. And they say, that's not a problem. And I said, tell me why. Well, California has a rights law for mentally illness. And that goes everyone in a category. So most disabled people do have a mental illness. You know why they have a mental illness? Because the medical community treats them as if they're mental, even if they're not. So the category that all disabled people fall under is mental illness. And it was called the Lanham Act. Hold on, this is my cable. Hello? It is. Yes. Oh yes, I'm waiting for you right now. Okay. Oh, I forget what the number is to press, but just let me know you're at the gate and I'll open it for you. Oh, it's the very first left. Hopefully you can find parking, but I think, oh, here's an entrance. Yes, it's the first left and then make a quick left. I'm the second one, right? Just call me when you're at the gate and I'll open the gate for you. Thank you. Bye-bye. I'm not about to give cable my number to get into my complex. Oh, hell no. In any case, Sacramento said, tell them you just want her for vacation. And when she gets here, the Lanham Act overrides anything in New York State. So, child, I had to buy a round trip ticket for 3 people. Myself, my son, my sister. Round trip, knowing we were never going to go back again. Because they needed to see the round trip ticket, meaning I was bringing her back. In any case, I bring her. The Lanham Act rules, we go to Social Security. Social Security now is stopping the monies from going to the school, but sending it to me, right? I'm petrified. I don't call them. She doesn't go back. They finally call me and they go, Tony hasn't returned. And I said, yes, and she won't be. But by this time they must have known, because then he goes, it was all about the money anyway. I was like, are you serious? I was so stunned that I couldn't even cuss him out. It was all about the money anyway. Yeah, I knew it was about the money. But I think he was just trying to be mean or get me to react. And I didn't. I was like, oh. So now I have my sister. And she's on a 1,200 milligram diet. Maybe I'm using the wrong word, but 1,200 milligram diet. Barely eating. My sister was so skinny when I first got her. Barely eating and a prescription laxative. Meaning she was barely getting nutrients, and then she was shouting out the nutrients. And I continued this until I recognized this was death. This was medical death. This is how they kill a version of it, these people in institutions, because nobody's watching. So when they gave me the instructions, I did it at first until I realized she was weak. And I looked at her again and I'm like, why are you so skinny? Because it's not our body shape. She is a skinny girl, but she's a thick, skinny girl. She's not plump and round like me. All right, stay right there. I gotta go open the cable guy. Stay right there. Talk to yourself. Talk to each other. Hello? Yes. Okay, I'm coming out right now, okay? Okay. So, the cable guy is cute. He's cute. I didn't tell him, but I was like, he cute. Okay, where am I? So, this is how they get you and kill you in the medical facilities, right? So what was happening to my sister was a slow death, right? Feed her a little bit, make her excrete all of it out. She'll become weak, da 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 da, she dies, right? So I took the instructions and I threw it in the garbage, all right? But I kept the thousands of meds that they had her on, right? Cut to, because I wasn't equipped to handle her, there were just things that I was learning along the way. Meaning there was one type of pill I took her off of. You know, she's never been back on that pill. I instinctually knew to take her off it. But when I took her off it, I was supposed to wean her off. So there's just things I didn't know, which made her body go out of pocket, which made us have a site visit to readdress her meds, right? In any case, she wound up in a group home for 6 years until she was molested. And when she was molested, and I was capable visiting her every weekend. You have no idea. Hold on a second. I should put my mask on. I'm so sorry, sir. Come. We're going to have to end my session. Are you single? What's complicated? No, what's complicated? You're not single, but you want a divorce? What's happening? This is live, and I told my people how cute you are. Come show, come. Look how cute he is. He's a cutie pie. So, these are American girls. So I'm taking a list of cute boys if you want to meet some good American girls. But I would think you would have to be single. Some of my girls will take you any way you come. Some of my girls wouldn't care, but I'm teaching them that they have to care.
Yes, they should.
You should be single.
Yes.
All
We could
right.
be friends.
No. I know what friends mean. No. All right, guys. Fire for the win. Go fire for the win.
The vibe that connects us. That's our slogan.
The vibe that connects us. Come over here. That's why he's so cute. The slogan is the vibe that connects us. Yes! Isn't he a cutie pie? All right, guys, let me get up out of here. I will finish this story because it's a doozy. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. What do you need?